Hi, it's Bonnie. So glad to have you here this evening with me. I'm just going to talk oh, oops, I don't even have me on there. There we go. Now I'm on here instead of my desktop. Huh, electronics, technology, it gets the best of me every time. So I don't know about you guys, but I just have a hard time with it sometimes. When I went to set up tonight and I turn on all my cameras and everything in the software that I use about a half an hour ahead of time because I never expect anything to work right, and it hasn't yet. But there was a big black line in my desktop camera, that which is my cell phone that I use there, and for the life of me, it was right in the middle, and I have no idea why. So um, yeah, I had to reset everything. One of these days, I'm hoping that I don't have to reset everything. And I was kind of last minute here. So let me get situated so I'm comfortable. All right. Hello, I'm Bonnie Lynn Linke, an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator, and welcome to my studio here in Nampa, Idaho. And I want to welcome you, whether you're watching live, and if you are, I would love it if you could say hi and tell me where you're from. Or if you're watching the replay, I really appreciate you. I get hundreds of people watching the replay, and I really appreciate that. So thank you so very much. It is Monday, May 20th, I believe. Yes. And oh no, I forgot to look it up. I am switching to Tuesdays on my lives. We are switching next Tuesday, which is, I don't know what the date is. Today's the 20th. So it'll be the 28th. So June 28th is we're going to switch to Tuesdays at 11 o'clock in the morning Mountain Time. So that's 1 o'clock Eastern Time, 9 o'clock Pacific Time, and noon Central Time. So I'm excited about that. I won't be half asleep. Maybe I'll remember everything and not make as many mistakes for you guys. But actually, I do normally do all my studio work starting about 3:30, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It's when I start my designs, and I work till about 7:30, and then I do that 2 days a week. On Wednesdays, I do that on Fridays. And on Wednesdays, I'm in here from about 5 to 8, 5 to 9. My husband gets chemo on Wednesdays, so he sleeps in the evenings. So he doesn't care what I'm doing. Otherwise, he likes me to quit working about 7:30 and just spend the evening with him. And then when he falls asleep in bed, we have an adjustable bed. I just work on my laptop and write directions and do some planning and marketing at that time. So all of that is done late. And in the mornings, I usually get some time to work in here too. That's when I'm returning calls and emails and texts and everything. So it's fun. And we have some rentals. And even though we have property managers, the paperwork is still tremendous. And so I take care of all the paperwork and do that in the mornings. But a number of you have been praying for my husband, Terry. And I just want to continue to thank you because I tell you, he had last week off from chemo. And I mean, I have not seen him look this good and feel this good in about a year's time. Um, the chemo is not shrinking the tumor. It is pancreatic, so it's not going away or anything. But it didn't, when the last scan was done a month ago, there was no growth in the prior 12 weeks. So to us, that's a miracle. And, all we're asking God for, well, we're asking for a healing, but we're praying that we just have more time together. And, so far, God has been so good. He is answering prayers, all the people praying for him. So we really appreciate it. Terry says he feels the prayers. I do too, because, I need your support and be uplifted too. It's not an easy journey when, somebody has terminal cancer. So thank you. We appreciate it. And and to tell you what's going on, May, my host code, I'm going to put that on the desktop right now so you can see it. If you place an order with me, or when you place your order with me in the month of May, use this host code and you will get a free card kit from me. and it is the Thoughtful Journey stamp that we're using. And next week, I am going to demonstrate on my live 3 of those cards so that you can see them. But the only way to get the written tutorial for those and to get the kits is by ordering from me. And so when you order from me, you need to place a $50 online order, minimum order, and use this host code. And then you will get the free card kit from me. And you can order whatever you want to. And you could make the cards without the Thoughtful Journey stamp set. You can use a different one. You get your designer series paper. I provide that for the cards and everything. And also, I am going to be starting a month of the card club of the month class. I haven't decided quite what I'm going to name it. If you have any ideas on what you think I should name it, please put them in the comments or email me, Bonnie@Bonniestamps.com. I would love to hear what creative names you have come up with. But what it will be 4 different designs, and you'll get the supplies to make 2 cards of each design. And it's a subscription base that you can cancel at any time. I'll start having advertising it in about a week. And the first stamp set, I believe that I'm doing for it, and the kits would go out the end of June. So it's starting, the signups will start at the beginning of June. You'll have a couple weeks. I'll place the order because you get over $20 in products. If you're having it shipped to you, the cost is $45, includes shipping. If you live locally for it, it is $36. So you get all the supplies, including envelopes, to make 8 cards. So how exciting, and the product will be wonderful. So, all right. And today we are actually using the Seaside Wishes stamp set. So we are down here on my paper. I am going to move the host code out of the way now. And that is also on my website, Bonniestamps.com, which you see in the bottom corner there. And this is the card we're making today. And it's a lot of fun. I'm going to show you how to use a hybrid embossing folder. And we'll get this made. So let's get started. Okay. We are going to grab our card base, which is a basic white thick. For this card, I do have, or will later this evening, when I publish my blog, there will be the dimensions for the cards, the paper cuts, and the supplies I used. Let me put this so that you can see it. And there will be pictures of the cards and everything too over on my website. And in the description on YouTube, there will be a link to it. And also, because I'm changing things around, so if you would subscribe to my email, which has a link in the description there on YouTube, just subscribe to my email so that you get the tutorial in your email, because I'm switching to doing more things by email notifications and everything. That's how you'll get all the information on my classes, my online classes, and all my specials that I'm doing, like the free card kits, and know my schedule and everything. So I'm in the process of changing things up, so bear with me while I do it, and it will be exciting. Okay, next is the next layer, which covers the whole card front. So it's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Or no, it isn't quite that. It is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8, because I didn't want it going all the way out to the end. And this is the So Swirly embossing folder that I embossed this Summer Splash cardstock with. And this is the So Swirly. It is not a 3D embossing folder. So when you use this, you put your paper in it, close it, and then you want to sandwich it between 2 plates, number 3 for Stampin' Up, and that should work. I don't believe you have to have plate number 2 on it. I don't think I did when I have been doing these. So, and just wanted to pass that along so that you had an idea of the sandwich for this, because you do not use the gray plate number 4, the embossing plate with this one, because it is not 3D. So Okay, so we will get that one out of our way because this one is already embossed. And we are going to just take some liquid glue here. I know I'm being brave and using liquid glue. And this is one that is hard to tell which is which side. So I think either side you go with up is fine. And I forgot to check this glue to make sure it was going to work without giving me all types of headaches. Oh, there we go. I hope you guys have all had a good week and that you're having some nice weather. We had nice weather, and then it turned not quite so nice. We get a lot of wind in this area, and on the side of the house that I do my studios on, it's like a wind tunnel right outside my windows, and it is just because my garden is all planted, and it is just playing havoc with my garden because my garden is on that side of the house. And my cherry trees are at the very end of the wind tunnel, and I'm really hoping that all the cherries don't get blown off. At least the wind held off until after the blooms had already bloomed and everything. And it's down in like the 50s and low 60s. Horrible. Oh. I need spring and summer to come. Okay, so we glued that to our card base. So an 8.5 by 5.5 thick basic white, and it is scored at 4.25. Then we put on the embossed layer. Now I am going to show you how my stamp set's way over here. I was doing some, and I found what I was looking for. I was looking for this right here. I wanted to show my husband just something I'm working on. I already know some changes I'm going to make to it, but I did that with the embossing folder just to give you a peek at it. So, okay. And I might as well show you this. This is, I use magnetic sheets for my dies, and this one fits over like so. And my stamps are on this side. But I'm taking out this 3-ring one right here. I'm going to set this over here. We're going to get that, out of the way. And we are going to get a 4.25 by 5.5 piece of basic beige. Oh, all my extra pieces I put them in just a little Ziploc bag and keep them in my stamp case so I have them. Okay, and I'm just going to put this on here like so. Actually, I want to do it this way because I want to put my die, and I'm going to make sure they just snap in between this sand dollars. I want to call them seashells, but they're not. So you'll know when it's in place because it will quit sliding around just like that. And then I want to put my cardstock over top because I'm using this on my card front. So I want to make sure I get it somewhat evenly. I'm going to close it and I'm going to flip it over and see if I like the placement. That one edge, they're pretty close to the edges, these two, but that's okay. But my top of it is up too high, or yeah, it will be my top. So I want to just scoot that down a tiny bit. Let's see. Didn't come down. Okay. So there we go. We're just going to put it in there kind of like that. And I'm just trying to make sure that my circles are all going to be on there. And I'm going to grab my cut and emboss machine right here. This heavy sucker. Okay, I have right here plate 1. I'm putting this down, and as you can see, I have this a tiny bit at an angle, just so it starts right there and doesn't have to take the whole blunt of the straight edge all at once. I just think it's easier if you can turn them a little bit when they're not 6 inches wide. You can. So I put that through. I'm going to keep that there because I'm going to use it again. Okay, now you see what, there we go. It just comes out. And oh, I had some ink. I must not have washed it off. That good little bit came on there. All right, so we're going to use these for our card. Okay, and yeah, I think I will set this aside for just a minute. But before we put it all the way off the table, I'm going to grab the piece for our envelope. This is a piece for our envelope flap. And we're going to take this one right here. And let me get my cushion. Let's see. And we're going to work with the used piece of paper because I forgot to replace it on there and I need to stamp off. So we're going to make the piece for our envelope flap real quick. And I'm going to get my basic beige ink. I'm just going to stamp off, and then I'm just going to go on here and make some dirty dots. And they don't have to be real visible. Whoops, see, I pressed a little hard there and got that. But I think I'm going to turn that over. That's a little bit darker than I want it. So we'll just, that's a great thing about paper. You can turn it over. But I had pressed down too hard and got it kind of all over. Now, you can't really see it real good, but that's okay. I don't want you to be able to see it real good. I just want it to look like some grains of sand on the back of this. Okay, that will be good. And let me close this up. Now see if you can see it at all. See, just some dots like that. Then I'm going to take my embossing folder, and I want to get, let me see, this is the front here. So I want to get, so this is the medium size, this is the large one. I want all of the mediums to show on there because it will. And part of the large one will show. I want it up just a tiny bit more than that. Okay. And hold it closed so it stays in place. And then just run it through your emboss machine again, your cut and emboss machine. Oh, I forgot to bring it back to show you. I was doing that. Sorry. I still forget sometimes to make sure I'm in the camera frame. So I'm going to set this right back here on my counter where it belongs. Okay. And there we go. We have that for our envelope flap. Isn't that pretty? I think that just a piece of designer series paper or an embossed piece of cardstock or something on the envelope flap, I think it just sets it off so well. So we'll set that aside for later. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take this and we're going to turn it over. And we're going to look for my dimensionals. Okay. Because we're going to use dimensionals for this. What I do is I take the sheets, the foam sheets, double-sided foam sheets, and I cut them into little squares. And when I have areas like this, now I want another one right here. That way it just is easier. You use less dimensionals and it just gives it really good support. That's good right there. And if you don't have one that's quite the right size or something, you can, cut one of these in half. There's my scissors. Here they are. We're going to put that one right there. And we'll put this one up here. And let's see, what do you want right there? And then I'm going to take a couple dimensionals here, and I'm going to put one right there. I'm going to put another one right there for support. Okay, I'm happy with that. So we'll get those out of the way. I know I don't really have one right there, but we could put, tell you what, we'll put a mini one right there. How's that? That will hold up that end. All right. Now this is the same size as your basic white card front. So you just kind of want to line everything up when you put it down. And I'm trying to get the side, the paper I'm removing from the sticky side. It's sticking to my fingers. Must be cold. I even turned on, I had to go out this morning, and when I came home and I came in my studio, well, it was actually afternoon. I turned on my little portable heater I have in here. I've just been cold all day. There we go. Just like that. Okay, and now we want to take our pecan pie, and we're going to use the greeting right here. Sometimes the simplest things mean the most. And that is what we're going to do. Okay, now, and what I did, I ran on my embossing on these die cuts. Pretend this is a piece of unembossed paper. I just ran this through and cut out the two because I didn't really need a big one. And so I have over here, off to my side here, I have these two pieces that are not embossed. I'm not going to use this one right now. I'm just going to use this one. And when you look at it, it's going to fit in like so. And I don't, let me see, I wonder if that's the way it's supposed to fit. Huh. Well, I think it's the way it's supposed to fit. So this kind of straight edge is kind of at an angle. So when I stamp, I want to not have this straight. I'm just going to turn it a little bit. So that way it will make my words look like they're more straight. And I like to, a lot of times, take it and just stamp one time. Make sure it's going to stamp good. And then we'll just line this up on here. This is pecan pie I'm using. I love the pecan pie. It is so pretty. So I was at Walmart today, and they're the only people that sells my gluten-free hamburger buns that I like. And so I was walking from the pharmacy section to the grocery section through the clothing. Never guess what I saw. I saw clothing in our in colors. I mean, they had the pretty and pink. They had the peach pie, the petunia pop, and then the summer splash. They didn't really have, it looked more summer splash to me than shamrock. So that was so cool to see. I have a picture that I knew that it was there because I had seen a picture from somebody else that they placed on Facebook. I copied it. And so I'm going to go ahead and put that on my page so you guys can see it. I'll do that if I remember this evening. So I'm just using a little bit of seal on this. Oh, come on. Okay. And then I'm just going to put this right in the medium size one. This way you can see my swirls. It's floating around on swirling water is what I think. Okay, and then I'm going to take, now I'm not going to use my big sand dollar. And when you look at the sand dollars, okay, you can see this side here, at this edge here, you can see it's raised. That's the back side. This is the front side where it's indented in those little areas right in through there. So we are going to take and we are going to put one sand dollar right here. And the other one's going to go over here. And that's upside down. So, okay. So to do it, I do use dimensionals. I'm going to use one dimensional where that is. And I'm going to place a little bit of seal on the opposite side that goes on the cardstock. So just like so. So does anybody have any exciting plans for Memorial Day weekend? If so, why don't you share what you're going to do? We don't have any plans, which is understandable under our circumstances. But on Mondays, I play Mahjong. If anybody is familiar with Mahjong, please say so. I love the game, and I taught the ladies that I play with how to play. So that's fun. I was supposed to play this afternoon. I had every intentions on playing. I got home from getting my nails done. I like my nails short, and I like pink, so that's what I have there. And I had forgotten my phone. I got home and I didn't have my phone, which, that can't be because I need my phone to do my lives. And I was so late getting home that I never had a chance to go play Mahjong because I had to go find my phone. Because it was with me when I left. It was with me in the nail salon. And then I went grocery shopping afterwards. And well, I found it at the nail salon. I figured that was probably the most likely place. Okay, this is the In Color Glimmer paper for the 2024-2026. And this is the Pretty in Pink. And I just love it. I think it's so pretty. And, I could place these on top if I wanted to, but, I kind of look at them as separate than on the seashells. I know there's, that size for there and that size for there, but, you would be hiding the beautiful design on the seashells, on the sand dollars, I mean. I told you which side was up, but boy, sometimes I wonder. No, I know sand dollars. I was right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish. I had a couple little loose things in here. I love our cut and emboss machine for cutting fine details. It does such a good job on these dies. I mean, I only have to run it through one time. I don't even have to run it back through, which in itself is amazing. Okay, I'm going to take this one and I'm going to place it so that my glue dot that's in the middle of it is right up here. But I don't want it covering too much of my greeting. And then my big one, I'm going to place under this one, but on top of this other one. And I didn't want a glue dot on that. I wanted a mini dimensional. So, because it's going to be sitting down here, which is held up by dimensionals. So I need it to be risen up so it doesn't look funny. So I'm going to just take that, and I think I'm going to do it so it's okay. And then I have some starfish. And my starfish, there's one of them. Oh, and there's one on the floor. Okay, got that one. Ah, and here's the other one over on my desk. Okay, how they all ended up in a separate place, I'll never know, but that's what happens in my studio. I don't know about you guys. Okay, and I'm going to put, and I want to put, where's my, let me see. I just want a little piece of that and a little thin piece right there. On my mini dimensionals, the side here, oops, where did I cut it out? Right here. Okay. Because two of my legs, and I think I'll take these two right here, are going to go down right there. So I need to be able to, this, yeah, okay. And I'm going to put that right there. Let me take the backing off of these. I just think this set is so pretty, and I'm excited on the cards that I'm designing for my first card club event with these. You're going to love them. So, and I'm going to use designer series paper on 2 of them, so it's exciting. All right. There we go. And we're going to put one right here. And you know what I brought out? I brought out some bling because I didn't put any on the card I made. So I brought over with me, I brought birds. I don't want birds. But these are the flat adhesive back pearls. And wouldn't they look pretty? And I think we can just kind of go with the smaller sizes. What do you think? Put one there. And we'll put one there. And how about another one right over here? All right. Very nice. Okay, now for the inside. What I did here, this is a piece of the Summer Splash cardstock. And I have a piece of white cardstock that I cut out with the second largest of the deckled rectangles, which I love those dies. So beans, we can't use, well, we can use the scallop contours, but you know, you guys don't want to see the old stuff. You want to see what you can buy. So that's what that's for. And then, let me see if you can hear what I did. That's what I thought I did. Okay. I have me a sand dollar. I have a brother that lives on the Oregon coast in Gerhardt, and I love going to their house because on the entry table, they have a big table of, let me see, I wonder, I think I'm going to stamp off one time real lightly, and then I'm going to stamp that here. They have a big bowl of sand dollars, whole sand dollars that they have collected on the coast, and it is so pretty. Okay, I did lightly stamp off one time before I stamp that. And then I'm going to get my little dots here. I'm going to just put some just down here. Maybe right up there. Okay, there we go. That's it. I'm not stamping a greeting or anything with that. Sometimes the simplest things mean the most. You know, you'll probably want to make it a thank you note or just a hello card and send it to somebody that needs encouragement or that, you know, you just want to send something nice to. So we're going to take this and I'm just going to, I didn't really mean to put this around all the way this time, but I did. So, okay. So we're just going to take and put this on here. By putting it on this, it just gives it a little bit more character on that white inside. And then we'll just, oh, that didn't get the whole side, so get that. And just around here like so. Okay. And then we're going to take it and put it in here. This Summer Splash is 4 by 5 1/4 inches. So, and there's our inside. And now for our envelope. And, like I have an extra starfish here. If I wanted to, I can just go ahead and, where's a glue dot? I'll just take a glue dot. Or else I could have taken, my stamp set and stamp one, but I just thought, I'll just put that so it's kind of nicks over the sand dollar there. And that's the peach pie glimmer paper. So just gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Okay, and then I like to glue my envelope flaps on. So we're just going to take some glue. Oh, whoops, that's one that's already done. So let's try this again. We're just going to, and then we'll look at we'll bring the card down to where you can see it in just a second. So I would really appreciate it if you guys would sign up to receive my emails and receive all the information. That is too much glue right there. So I really blew it right there. So I'm going to just get that out of there. Okay. And the link, as I said, is in my description. Also on my website, Bonniestamps.com. There is a place to sign up on the right-hand side of my website too. So we're going to just make sure that is right where it should be. Not too far up. Okay, get that side up just a tiny bit more if I can. There we go. Press that down, and then I'm just going to take my snips here, scissor snips, and try to round the corner. I'm lousy at rounding these corners. You would think by now I would be better. I wish Stampin' Up would switch to the adhesive that you just remove the paper on and it closes the envelope instead of having to lick it. I think that would be nice. Okay. And there we go. There is our envelope flap is all dressed. And there is the card we made. I like the pearls on it. They just give it something extra. They are not in the picture that's on the blog. I'll warn you of that ahead of time. And there's the inside. So let's see. There we go. There. And if you like the video, please give me a thumbs up. I would appreciate it. And don't forget, I should have started off with this at the beginning of the video. Tonight, starting at midnight, is free shipping. So don't forget about that. And please use the link to shop with me and get your free kit. So you need to do a $75 minimum order for the free shipping. And I will make sure I put a thing on the at the beginning of the video for the people watching the replay to remind you that the free shipping is starting at midnight tonight and is available all day tomorrow until midnight. One day only, so don't miss out on that wonderful opportunity. Thank you so much for joining me today. I feel really blessed to have so many supporters and so many people looking at me. Thank you, Donna. I'm so glad you enjoy watching the live demo. I love you all. I appreciate you. And, may God bless you. And you have a very good week. And I will see you next Tuesday at 11 o'clock in the morning on Facebook or YouTube live. And we will put together the free card kit. And you would still have a couple days after that to order. But order tomorrow with the free shipping, $75 minimum order. That's 11% you save on that. That's a fabulous deal. So please take advantage of it. And remember to use my host code, SHFCTEUM, when placing your order. Thank you, and God bless. Night.